Right, welcome back to Flight Past. We're in the Huey, and we are following the route de Napoleon. We are following Napoleon's journey from Elba back to Paris, and this is part of the Waterloo playlist that we're doing here on Flight Pass, where we're going to look at the terrain using Microsoft Flight Simulator to get a sort of sense of distances and how that affects history. And this is between the 1st and the 7th of March. And what we've had so far is Napoleon has landed. He has landed at the Gulf Juan, which is basically Cannes in the south of France. He's wanting to get to a pocket of an area of France called the Dauphiné, which is he knows are an area of France that is loyal to the Bonapartists. He wants to avoid Marseille and the Provence region, which tends to be a bit more Royalist, and he got a lot of aggression and from the population as he came down after his abdication. He's seized on the opportunity. I mean, he's been 300 days on Elba. He's 45 years old. He's full of energy. He's been a lieutenant that's been an artilleryman that's got himself to be Emperor of France. He's now, I suppose, he keeps his title. They made a principality on Elba for him. The terms would probably be quite generous. But there's rumours that his pension was going to be reduced. He wasn't allowed to see his son, and he felt that there may be even rumours that he would be exiled further away, and he's hearing rumours of dissension amongst the Allies at the Congress of Vienna, and he's also hearing that the Bourbon restoration isn't going as well as he thought. This is a lovely place. Look at this. Sisteron. Just circle this bit. Lovely. So he's hearing all that the population isn't happy with how the restoration is going. The restoration, the Bourbon restoration, they're experiencing difficulties. They've got emigres coming back, demanding their titles and deeds. You've got soldiers the army being disbanded. You've got veterans that are angry. You've got officers who are on half pay. And you've got an economy that is basically trying to revert from a military centered one to peacetime. And it's only been a year. And then on top of that, you get the sort of I suppose it's the jailer, the Sir Neil Campbell. He decides to take a vacation at this time, and Napoleon just seizes this opportunity to make a run for the coast. And even though there are some resistances in pockets, and people are not sure about him, he is allowed passage. There's no one, I suppose, brave enough to stop Napoleon. He's got 1,000 men with him, his bodyguard. They're old guard as well. They're not, they don't mess around, these guys. These are proper veteran soldiers, very loyal. And so there was nobody between the Gulf of Yuan to Grenoble who would stop him. So he's coming over these mountains and heading to this Dauphine area, and like we said in the last episode part, the first resistance he gets is at a place called La Fraye, and this is where soldiers of the 5th, a battalion of the 5th Line Infantry, block his way. And from his journals, I think we've just crashed. Let's see if I can get that back up again. Wait, whoa. Oh, there we go. We're back. Are we back? Let's try find. There we go. It's okay, we're still flying. That probably helps it, actually. So yeah, he's I think I might be having a few internet problems. I hope this is okay. Yeah, so he's getting his first resistance. The courier, the knowledge of Napoleon's return is ahead of him. He takes 7 days to get to Grenoble, but the news arrives by courier in Grenoble in 4 days, and then by semaphore from Lyon, I think, straight to Paris in a matter of hours. And so they organize these troops to go and block his way at this place called La Fraye. Which is just 15 miles south of Grenoble. And so we are flying this route that he took. We're trying to stick to the road, the route Napoleon, as he heads over the Alps and down into the Dauphine area. And if anybody, so we will just keep on flying, and I'll see if I can conjure up some more notes on this. The Allies have declared Napoleon as outlaw. When we get, and they are going to need time to get their armies back together again. The other thing is that by declaring Napoleon an outlaw, they're not declaring war on France, and this means that all the borders are open. Travellers, businessmen can continue crossing the borders, and that has an impact on Napoleon's ability to read about the Allies' intentions later on when we get to Belgium. The Allies, the Austrians and the Russians, they're going to need time to get their armies together if they had to, and the earliest they believe that they can get their armies to the borders of France would be in around about July time of 1815, and this means that the Prussians and the British, they could they would have to cover the front, I suppose. They would have to play a waiting game. They wouldn't be able to go into France, but they would have to cover as much as possible in the north. So, by the 16th of March, 1815, the British Foreign Office, they're making it clear to the Prime Minister, Viscount Castlereagh, that Louis XVIII would not be able to deal with the problem. The French army wasn't reliable enough. He couldn't. There's large elements that he couldn't trust. The evidence, of course, is the fifth line, the battalion of the fifth line had immediately gone across to Napoleon, and in subsequent weeks, more and more troops would go across. So it was deemed by the Foreign Office that it was. There would have to be foreign assistance to Louis XVIII if it came to it. And Castlereagh admits that he had little confidence in the French government being able to survive the approaching crisis. At the same time, there's worries about Napoleon Bonaparte's support in Ireland, and they needed to make arrangements and the precautions, send troops to Ireland in order to make sure that this didn't spread further than France. And on the 16th of March 1815, and we're getting a little bit ahead here, but we've got some time, the British forces in Belgium are told to mobilise, and Wellington is instructed to return from Vienna to assume command in Belgium. We're approaching Tallard. The French government tried to muster troops, and around about the same time, this is the 16th of March, in Lyon. But the muster of troops is very tardy, and it reveals the true sort of sympathies, where the sympathies of the troops lay at that time. And Sue, who would be later part of Napoleon's generalship, he's dismissed as the Minister of War on the suspicion of treachery. And many, I think, the Royalists show an antipathy to rally to the king. I think they could see that the writing was on the wall by this time. And the population at the time, they're probably more apathetic than anything. They're probably war weary, but also just, not. They probably didn't care one way or the other. So on the one hand, then you've got troops who are not really willing to die for the Louis XVIII, and showing antipathy. And on the other hand, you've got troops who are loyal to Napoleon, have been led by Napoleon, he's inspired by Napoleon, maybe even having some rose-tinted spectacles about their campaigns. And so Napoleon has more of the, I suppose, the energy towards him than the Bourbon monarchy. And at this time is when Ney, good old Ney, he's a bit of a, as they would say on The Rest Is History, he's a top lad. He's a bit of a sort of a Lord Flashheart style guy. He says to the king that he will bring Napoleon back to Paris in an iron cage, and he sets off from Paris, takes heading to a place called Lons-le-Saunier, and he to take command of 30,000 troops. So this, he wants a significant amount of troops to send down to stop this this outlaw Napoleon. But when he gets to this place, he finds that the men are disaffected. He feels confident, though, he can persuade them to follow his orders. But he very quickly, when he's out of Paris and he's with his troops, I think he goes there with all these intentions to do the right thing for his king. But by the time he gets to his 30,000 troops in Lons-le-Saunier, he suddenly finds, okay, these guys don't want to do this. And he changes his tune, basically. He realizes that the ranks are rife with Bonapartists, and Napoleon, he's got this finger on the pulse of his army, or his previous army. He wrote a passionate proclamation to the army and appealed personally saying that he would greet them like he did the day before the Battle of Borodino. So Napoleon is going like, "Hey guys, remember that big piss up we had in on the way in Eastern Europe? You remember that? We're going to relive that, the good old days." Basically, he manages to persuade Ney and his troops to come over to his side. And so this is a fateful decision for Ney, and it's one that will come back and bite him later on, because he's broken his oath. And I think Ney, and this is something I think we need to keep in remember at all times when we talk about Ney during the Waterloo campaign. He's broken an oath to the king, and he realizes, I think, the seriousness of this. He realizes that this is to him, it's only going to end in two ways. It will only end in two ways. It will only end basically if Napoleon, one way, he will be a Marshal of France under Napoleon, or he will be executed because he's broken his oath to his leader, who he's sworn allegiance to. And so, if you think about it, that decision that he makes to Napoleon in March 1815, that probably makes a big impact on Ney's actions during the campaign of Waterloo. And we'll have to, when we get to Waterloo, we'll have to remember that. So we've just gone past Gap, lovely area, and I'm crashing. Let's take a quick break here, and I'll see you in the next part. If you like this, please like, subscribe. You'll find the Flight Pass channel. We've done a whole series on D-Day, and we have a sister channel that which does Minecraft blueprints on cathedrals, and we've got this now on Waterloo. If you like this sort of content, then give it a like and subscribe, and I'll get a glass of water and we'll get this helicopter over the top here. We're heading close now to La Fray, and we can pick up the first point where Napoleon turns from a gambler adventurer back into being a general again. So I'll see you in a moment.